Rich, you've been a successful coach for well over 20 years, and you've also been training several hundreds of Mars Venus coaches and other coaches as well before you build the coaching school with John Gray. What do you see as the top traits, maybe the top four traits that every successful coach needs to succeed in 2025 and moving forward?
That's such a great question, and it really goes beyond just the training. What we look for at Mars Venus to see whether or not you'd be a good coach, first and foremost, is deep empathy. You really have to have a level of emotional intelligence. Yes, we focus on gender intelligence, you need that, but underneath that, you have to understand how people feel. You have to really listen to not just the words they're saying, but the tone, the delivery, the body language. You have to really have a level of emotional intelligence, and that's critical for being a good coach. That's probably the foundational thing under everything is that deep empathy and understanding of how people feel.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Well, we can link that below. All right, so we have trait number one. Trait number two.
I would say, and we're the only school that does this, is gender intelligence on top of emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Because you really do have to understand how men and women are different. You cannot coach them the same way. You just can't coach a man the same way you coach a woman. And when you're with a couple, if you're doing couples coaching, and we suggest all of our coaches to do that, you're coaching a man and a woman in the same session. So you got to give what he needs and you got to give her what she needs at the same time. So that is a skill. That's an art form that you can learn to actually do because you have to understand how men and women are different. If you don't understand that, then you're not coaching them well. So to me, that's number two, is
Mhm.
really understanding gender intelligence.
What's the
Mhm.
third form of intelligence?
Well, it's not intelligence on this one. It's
Okay.
literally the entrepreneur drive.
Uh-huh.
You really have to have the drive to build your coaching business. It can't just be, I'll sit around and wait for a client and it'll grow at whatever it grows. If there's not a proactive approach, an entrepreneurial approach to building that coaching business, it's not going to grow. Okay, it's great to have that empathy, as we talked about. It's great to have the gender intelligence, but you have to have that entrepreneurial drive in order to be successful.
Mhm.
Nothing happens by accident. Your relationship doesn't get better by accident. Your business doesn't get better by accident. Your health doesn't get better by accident. Your finances don't get better by accident.